So this story's called Brexit. It's a fucking terrible thing, one of the apprentices said. Now we can't just up and leave and go and work in a bar in Ibiza or anywhere like that. It's no right, man. Because if you'd ever do that anyway, the other apprentice laughed, tearing into his packed lunch. Yeah, fuck off, mate, you never know. Aye, no bother, mate. So that's it. That's your big anti-Brexit argument, that now you can't go to Ibiza and get a job in the Highlander or Kilty's bar or anywhere like that. Aye, well, that and other stuff as well. Like what? Well, like, it's a shame, isn't it, for the refugees and that. The poor cunts can't come out here now. It's a sin. What are you used to, bumping your gums about? The boss said, walking in with a rolling sausage and a cup of tea. Oh, just politics and that, Bobby. Nothing you'd be interested in. Ah, you're right there. Politics. Bobby shook his head. Bunch of crooks, they're all the same, they politicians. We're just talking about leaving the EU. What's your thoughts on that, Algin? You for or against it? Yeah, I don't know. Bobby sat down in the flare and pulled out his roll for his greasy paper bag. I'll not be voting anyway. Well, Bobby, it's already been voted for, mate. It's happening. What? The two apprentices looked at each other. Bobby, we voted in that referendum like 2 years ago, mate. Fuck's sake, I had no idea. So what's the script? So we're leaving this what's it called? The European Union. How do you not know about this? Like I told you, it's because I don't care. I don't pay attention to politics. One of the apprentices just laughed to himself. Like, what is it? What are you laughing at now? Bobby asked. It's just, I can't believe you've never heard of Brexit. That's mental. Brexit? Said Bobby. What's that? What does that mean? The apprentices just laughed out loud. What is it? Tell me. Is that a politics thing as well, aye? Right, so Bobby, you didn't know we were leaving the EU. You didn't even know there was a vote. And now you're telling us you've never even heard the word Brexit. You're at it. You're at the wind-up, man, surely. Bobby looked off flustered. No, I mean, of course I've heard the word Brexit. I've not been living under a rock. Right, alright then, said one of the apprentices. Use it in a sentence then. Alright then, right, Brexit. Bobby racked his brains. Have you got my tape measure there, wee man, aye? The apprentice checked his pocket. Aye, I've got it here. Right, well, don't get to him in case of Brexit. There you go, pair of arseholes. Bobby grabbed his lunch and went to eat it by himself in the van.
So that voice you heard there was, of course, Chris McQueer, and that was me trying not to laugh in the background. Chris, thanks for coming along doing the podcast.
Cheers for getting me on, this is good.
That story is from the new collection HWFG, am I right about that? Great, so let's talk about that first then, since it's coming out in November. HWFG, your new book of short stories.
Aye.
Was this a more difficult book to write than Hings?
It was, difficult second album, that's what I keep saying. It's like, it was big time, just I felt the pressure with this book that I didn't really feel with Hings. So when I was writing Hings, I wasn't planning on getting it published. I was just writing the stories and putting them online, so there wasn't any kind of real pressure. But now, I don't know, people are kind of expecting it to be good, and I hope it's going to live up to Hings. So there was a lot of pressure on me with this one, but it was good. Good fun writing it.
Going back to Hings, so how did you start with writing in the first place? Is it something you've always done, or?
No, really, no. I've always been a big reader. If I was a wee boy, if I was old enough to read, I've always had a book on the go. But it's kind of always been in the back of my head to try writing, to always get a go on it. I just never did for some reason. Well, when I was 13 or 14, I tried to write a novel, and it wasn't. I get 4 or 5 pages in there, and I just get kind of bored of it. It's just
it's a big thing to do at that age, isn't it?
It was a big task to take on at 14. So just get bored of it quite quick, and it wasn't very good. So that was me. And then early years, it was always in the back of my mind. I'd have wee ideas for stories or ideas for films and stuff like that. Would be cool, man. I should sit down and write that, but I just never did.
Yeah.
And then it was 2 years ago I sat down, and I thought, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to try it. I'm just going to get a go. And I've sat down and wrote a story called The Moth, which is in the new book.
Right.
That's been it ever since, just kept at it since then. It's the first thing I've ever stuck it, first thing I've ever tried and then stuck it.
Was there an inspiration, like someone's book or something that you kind of went, I can do that, or I think I can do that?
I went through a wee it's a good wee patch where like every book I was reading was just amazing. I think I had a good wee kind of 6 month period where every book I was reading was just amazing. So I was reading stuff by like Amelia Gray, American short story writer. Then get really into Irvin Welsh and I started reading loads of Murakami stuff. It's really weird. This is what I've been looking for, this kind of like magical realism. This is what I've been wanting. And so that kind of got me thinking about writing even more. And then my pal told me this story about a mate of his who was working down in England. He was driving his works van and this moth flew into his van and it flew into his ear. And he couldn't get it out, so he was pushing his finger in trying to get this moth out and he just pushed it in further and it was horrible. And I was like, oh, that's mental, like, that'd be a cool wee story, like, what if that was told from the moth's point of view? I thought, I'm going to write that, and then I just went for it.
It's interesting, and you said you were always a reader, so what kind of stuff did you read when you were younger?
When I was growing up, I was loads of non-fiction, like, just to sit with encyclopedias and just...
Did you?
You just take it on, so...
We were talking about that the other day, the idea that encyclopedia salesman, there must be, that's it, you know, games of bogey, because who's going to have them?
I know.
My old man, he was taking, I think there were kids ones that he got us when we were little, and he was taking them to a charity shop, and he says, well, there's nobody, you know, unless they just want to sit in the shelves.
I know.
So that was it, lots of non-fiction?
Loads of non-fiction, writing about animals, writing about dinosaurs, and then I get really into, like, the... sort of horrible science books and horrible histories, horrible geography. I read all them, get really into them. And then I get really into Goosebumps, like kind of horror books, get into them. And then I read The Time Machine. And I was like 9 or 10, which blew me away. Like, see that final chapter when they're like, or the second last chapter when they're like right in the distant future. And the Earth's falling apart. And I was like, oh, this is amazing. Stuff like that. And then I was a teenager, loads of Irvin Welsh stuff and that. And then.
And was that off your own back, or was you reading lots of books about the house, or libraries, or what was the...
It was like, my granny was a big reader, my mum was a big reader as well, so they were always reading, so I would see the books that they had lying about the house, and kind of pick them up and read the blurb and stuff. Oh, that'd be good. And then they would always be going to the library, so they'd take me with them. I just kind of fell into it.
Because that's some of my earliest memories, is going to the library and going, they would go and, you know, wherever they went, and sit you in the kids section, or later on, as you say, in the horror section, so just sitting cross-legged on the floor, just reading through things.
Brilliant, man.
Horrible histories is really interesting, because I think there's a bit of that definitely influencing some of your short stories. And also Irvin Welsh, and I think Lemmy Schumer as well. So, they have very funny stories. Is that something that you always wanted to do, was to kind of tell these?
No, really. When I first started writing, the first couple of stories I wrote were quite dark, and there was a wee kind of hints of sci-fi and stuff in there. So, but then I don't know. I just tried writing a kind of a comedy story, and I loved it. I thought this is good fun. Like, making myself laugh. It's brilliant. Laughing at my own jokes, and then I just really enjoyed that. And I thought, right, I'll try and kind of mix sci-fi and dark stuff with humour, and then. That's what kind of led to the kind of story that's in Hings. They are dark. I mean, I think I said when I said about the new one, you can barely see the comedy. You've got to look hard for it. But I mean, it definitely is in there. To me, growing up in Glasgow, there were absolutely Glasgow stories. You know, the idea of folk running about with samurai swords and you know things like that. I was like, yeah, that's the folk that I knew or tried to stay away from. More likely, was it? You know, friends and characters and the people you grew up with that you kind of wanted to write about? Aye, because when you're writing stories, it makes it it's more believable when you're writing about the kind of people you know, and then if you can draw for the real characters and blow them up and kind of make them a bit more colourful, then it kind of makes them feel better.
Because I thought as well, there's not folk who have written a lot about the kind of working class Glasgow characters in this way. I mean, there are kind of serious books like James Kelman's books. Trying to think, Jeff Torrington. Torrington's got a bit of humour about him, and Agnes Owens, Gentleman of the West. But the kind of real surreal humour often you talk about the moth in the ear and all that kind of going. I think that's just a reflection of how you see things.
I think that's it. As well,
you've got to laugh or you would cry.
That's it. I know. I don't know. Glasgow's got a bit of a bad rap, and it's painted this kind of dark, morbid city full of crime and drugs, and I just wanted to kind of show the kind of weird, funny side.
There's a funny side to that. You know, I mean, I used to work in what's now the Merchant City, but when I started, it was still kind of the beginning of the East End of Glasgow in the restaurants, and we used to get a lot of guys who are clearly gangsters coming in, you know, that, they wouldn't hide it at all. Thompson and, you know, they were named. Their books were on sale in Washington. But there was always a funny side to that. Often when the lawyers would come in and have a look at them and then leave again and stuff like that. And you know, you would hear stories about how they were opening loads of tanning salons in East End of Glasgow because it was an easy way of getting money for it. So it is looking at that, what, as you say, to some people will be a dark life and saying, yeah, but there's a hell of a lot of humour in here as well.
My granddad used to tell a story. He used to work in a fruit market. One of the bosses was this kind of gangster guy. And the guy, he used to have this wee, like, it was like a wee water gun. He would keep it in his inside pocket, but it was full of like petrol. So if people were kind of getting cheeky with him, he would just kind of squat them and they would smell it, and then he would kind of flash his lighter. It was terrifying, man.
But brilliant.
Brilliant, genius, know what I mean?
Because there's all that LinkedIn stuff between Glasgow and the idea that, for what want a better term, the cowboys, certainly the myth, the American myth of the West and all that. You see it in like the Grand Ole Opry bars, and you see it in, you know, various, in the music, the love of country and Western music and stuff like that. And I think there was some of that built in all the movies as well.
Definitely.
So there was guys, you know, even when we were at school, the guys who genuinely called themselves gangsters. You know, that's a wee boy.
I know.
So, I've told this story before on here, but I'm going to repeat it again. I know that you did a talk at school with Sam Best.
Aye, that's right, some boy.
Yeah, and I know Sam's been on one of these actually a long time ago, but he was saying that it was noticeable in his class that there was kids who never took an interest in reading, but then they heard your stories and they identified, I mean almost directly, because it was a lot of it set in that part of Glasgow. Is that something that was kind of a surprise to you or important to you? I mean, how do you feel about, you know, influencing folk who maybe go and read?
It was a big surprise. I don't know, I wasn't expecting the book to kind of resonate with kids and people who weren't the readers, but that's brilliant. That's really made. It's such an
interesting thing because, you know, following you on Twitter, often folk post up, here I am reading Hings, I haven't read a book in years, or my wife says, what you doing reading a book?
That kind of stuff.
I mean, it really has had a connection with it.
It's an amazing feeling, really chuffed to bits with that. It's really cool. Especially when I was doing the talk with Sam's class, it was weird. I don't know, I was expecting the kids to just kind of like, I don't know, just think it's this guy, like,
all that kind of stuff.
But like, I was talking, they were actually listening. I can't believe it. I was quite taken aback with that.
But I think you can't underestimate the power of someone reading stories in a voice that the kids recognise, that they hear at home or they hear in the playground or they hear in the street. And for me, when I was about 14, I went to a talk at Stirling Uni. We were taken by my teacher at the time, and it was the writer Callum McDougall, and it's the same thing. Glasgow guy reading from his collection of short stories, and I was like, oh right, that's not for other people, that's for me as well. And I think that's a massive thing for folk. And I think it's probably one of the reasons that Hings has been the kind of success it has. It's how's it travelled? How do folk from outside of Glasgow take it? Because I think it's very Glasgow.
It's a very Glasgow book. It seems that it's done well in Edinburgh and then up north as well. I think it's kind of trickling its way down south, slowly but surely. A couple of people kind of picking up doing well, which is really cool. But
and good feedback from them.
Good feedback, I think the kind of Glasgow dialect that I write in, that kind of Scots, it's a bit more accessible, I think, than like the kind of the Edinburgh kind of dialect, or the kind of old Scots, the more kind of traditional Scots that you hear. So I think that's maybe been, it's a bit easier to kind of decipher.
But I think the language is interesting. I know that when Trainspotting came out, one of the criticisms of it was, well, I have no idea what I remember reading Trainspotting and picking it up, and it took me a couple of chapters.
I was the same,
to get into it.
But you tune into it eventually.
You do tune into it, and it's similar with when I read A Clockwork Orange, it's written in its own kind of...
It's the same language, isn't it?
Same language. But you do end up tuning into it. So I would say that anyone who, you know, thinks they might struggle at the beginning won't, you know, they'll certainly get tuned into it.
Definitely.
And I remember when James Kelman won the Booker for How Late It Was, How Late, one of the, I think it was Simon Jenkins in the Times had said, reading James Kelman's How Late It Was, How Late is like being assaulted on a train by a Glasgow drunk on the way back from London. I mean, it was something outrageous that he said. And I was thinking, I think Cameron might be quite proud of that, or something like that.
I would quite like that,
Has there been any negative reactions to it at all? Was there anyone saying, we don't want our city portrayed like that?
No, nothing like that. A couple of kind of... I don't read reviews anymore, because I read a couple of shockers and I was like, not reading them anymore.
I think you're quite right, yeah.
So when it first came out, the first reviews were brilliant reviews for yourself and that. I was like, this is amazing, I just want to see them all and see what people are saying, and then I get the first bad one, they just knocked me for 6. I was like, fuck. Yeah. Maybe it's not that good. So I was like, right, I just won't read them anymore, and then I won't.
I know a lot of people
everybody
gets don't read them when they're good, don't read them when they're bad, and then you just think, well, I'm not going to affect my writing. Because I think even if you get really good ones, then as you said, there was pressure with this follow-up, and that's probably because you were like, God, people really like that.
Aye, and then one of the bad reviews on Amazon was like, this is a book for Neds.
Well, that you don't. I mean, seriously,
there's no need for that. That's just cheeky.
It's just wrong apart from anything else.
I know.
So you've got to follow it up, and you sit down, you get your blank screen or blank page or whatever. How did you? And that's quite a daunting thing to do.
It was. The first maybe half a dozen stories I wrote for the new book were terrible, because instead of changing my style for Hings, I was still in the mindset of Hings, so I'm still trying to write stories that would fit in there, and they weren't any good. They were like, when I was writing them, it was like somebody else was writing them pretending to be me, like trying to write my style almost. You know what I mean?
How do I write a Chris McQueer story?
That's what it felt like, and it was like they weren't funny. I was like trying too hard to write the punchlines, and they were just weren't funny. They were just falling flat, and I was just felt as if I was running out of ideas, and I was like, this is terrible. But at this point, I'd started college, or studying creative writing at Glasgow College, and we were studying Muriel Spark. And I read Portobello Road, and that was amazing. I was like, right, I want to try and write something like that. So I wrote a story, Afterlife. So that was moving away from kind of punchline humour and writing something that's a wee bit darker and deeper into the characters, and I just had great fun writing it. And I was like, this is just much better than these last half a dozen stories I've tried to write. So that was like a wee kind of light bulb moment for me. I was like, right, I can go a wee bit darker, a wee bit deeper, try and push myself a wee bit harder as a writer. I'm not going to improve if I just keep writing to punchlines, keep writing to jokes and stuff. I still write, there's a couple of them in the book, but I much prefer writing the kind of longer and darker and weirder stuff now.
I think, having read the book, it's definitely that kind of progression. It's clearly, as I said to you before we started, I felt I was in safe hands when Big Angie appears again on the first chapter. I went, yes, because for those who haven't read Hings, her character is an absolute standout. But there is no doubt as well that, as you say, there's a progression in it. There's no serious side to it, and Muriel Spark's an interesting one, because one, I think she does dark humour very well. And sometimes I think people miss that, but I mean, it's right through all her stuff, absolutely. And also, she is a really good writer of short fiction. Even her novels are quite, well, a lot of them are quite short. So you're doing the writing course, creative writing. I'm always interested in these courses. What kind of does that involve?
When I started it, I was a wee bit worried, because I was like, a couple of people had said to me, don't let them like kind of smooth off the kind of rough edges of your writing, if you know what I mean. Don't let them kind of quieten your voice, don't let them change your style and stuff. So I was like, right. And it felt a wee bit at the start, I was like, well, this is just going to be like, writing by numbers, like you need to do this for a story to work. But it wasn't like that at all. It was like they were showing you these rules, but then they were like, you don't need to stick with them, you can miss them out, you can add other ones in. And then once you know the rules, you know how to break them. And I think that's helped me get a lot better as a writer. And really, really chuffed, really, really happy with that course, really glad I'd done it. And as well as that, it was like like teaching you how to write short stories, or getting down to the brass tacks of how to properly do it. And then kind of touched on novels, and then there was a bit of script writing, so writing for the telly, a wee bit of writing for the radio, and then a wee bit of journalism as well. So I've kind of tamed for all that and kind of used it to. So there's that story in the new book called Interview with the Shoe Guy, and I wrote it like kind of I tried to write it like a Peter Ross article, like when you meet somebody. I tried to write it like that, so that's what I was going for, and that was kind of using my journalism stuff at college and taking for that. So
yeah, it's a great story. Again, I guess it probably happens in every city, but that lone shoe, usually kind of balanced on a wire in the city. It's just like, what's going on there? So far it's all been short fiction, and is that something that you were kind of comfortable with doing? Some of them really quite short.
I just felt when I first kind of dabbled in writing, I was 13, 14, tried to write a novel, just felt, too long, can't stick at it, I'm not getting the attention span. So then when I started properly writing 2 years ago, when short fiction just felt natural, I'd read like Michael Faber and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's what I want to do. I was doing stuff like that. It just felt natural, but now like the stories I'm writing are getting longer.
Yeah.
Every one I write seems to get longer and longer, so I'm building up to a novel. So
that's maybe a good way of doing it. And I think as well that in the last few years, short fiction has really come into its own. Well, when I started doing reviews and stuff, you would get a bit of short fiction. And it was never kind of taken as seriously as novels were. It was something that maybe writers did between novels. Kelvin's a great example. I think James Kelvin's short fiction is fantastic. I think it's perhaps where he does his best. But then folk went, when's the next novel? But with yourself, I think with Helen McCloy's collections were fantastic.
Amazing,
And so Annalisa Macintosh before that, and there was, just some Vicky Jarrett's collection came out. Some amazing short fiction that doesn't feel the need to apologise for it. This is it. And I think almost the kind of change in mediums and things like Twitter and things, where you're kind of pushed down to a certain amount of characters. I know David Ross is brilliant on Twitter because he does his, wake up in the morning and all this stuff. And I use it really creatively. And there's a lot of people. I think Sanjeev Kohli often tries jokes out on them and things like that. And I think it's definitely affected fiction as well. I think so.
I think Limmy's he's had a big say in it as well. Like with his book of short stories, I think that kind of opened a lot of people. Because he got a lot of people who were the readers into reading as well.
That's right.
And then they've kind of then got into short fiction and stuff, and then that's been good for me. That's been...
Yeah.
So,
Limmy's interesting, obviously, because he does shot nearly everything. I think he likes that. He does his vines and all that. And I know that you've done a little bit of stuff in video as well. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
I've done a wee bit of stuff. Done some stuff for Tenants, where I was like hosting a kind of spelling bee through in Edinburgh. It was great fun. Just getting like American tourists to spell Scots words. That was good fun.
What kind of stuff?
I was like, can you spell? Just get up to them and go, listen, can you spell Gleichet? Or can you spell Bahookie and that? Like kind of daft Scots word, and just the confusion on their faces if I was talking Chinese or something. It's
funny, just recently I was trying to work out what the exact spelling of Keith was. I'm saying, was it E-E-C-H or was it E-I-C-H? Sometimes I've no definite answer to these.
That's the thing with Scots, isn't it? There's no standardised spelling, so it's just it's good.
But it's so interesting that these were words that you didn't see written down on the page. Very rarely. There were a few books, but you really had to go and find them out. But yet, it's what my granddad and they were used in the house, so they just weren't used on the page. And I think that's where Scottish writing kind of got lost a little bit because, like we were saying earlier, you weren't reading about people who you knew or that your dads were mates in the pub with and things like that.
That's true.
How much, when you've got a collection of short stories, do you write loads and then just pick the best, or do you go, right, I've done them now, they'll all work? How does it work?
It's a bit like, I don't know, it's weird, I don't really plan too much, so I just kind of sit down and write. If it's good, it's good. I've got like 2 folders on the computer, one with like kind of drafts and kind of half-finished stories and that, and then I've got like a final one where it's like, these will be kind of in a collection, so I put like the best ones in there. I just kind of drag and drop as I finish them with the good ones, and then once I feel like I'm happy with it and I feel like I can't improve it, I'm like, this is it. So like I went way over the deadline with this book. It was like 8 weeks over the deadline, man. But
deadlines, listen, it's a nightmare. It is a nightmare.
I know.
So you're published by 404 Inc., who we've had on the podcast, Heather and Laura, and I think one of the most interesting publishers that's out there. How does it work with them? I mean, you got an editor?
I've got an editor, so they put me in touch with a guy called Robbie Guillory. He's brilliant editor, really. I can't watch him now. I can't imagine working with anybody else now. Like, hope I can stick with him throughout my career because he's brilliant.
It's a really important relationship, and I think a lot of people who are not involved in writing don't maybe realise it, but the relationship between an editor and a writer is absolutely key. Because writers need to trust you. You need to trust the publisher and to say that, even when you might not entirely agree with them, sometimes you go, well, I've got to do that.
That's the thing with Robbie. The first book, Hings, really, really, really hard on me, so he was. But I think when we met up, and he's like, I'm being hard on you, but it's because I can see the potential in this book. I know you can make it a lot better than it is. We just need to fix some of these things. And like kind of like put his arm around me, and he's like, here's what we're going to do, here's how we can make these stories better. And he wasn't like explicitly telling me how to do it.
No.
He was kind of like just nudging me in the right direction, and letting me kind of do it myself, which was really cool. And then seeing what he's done with my new collection as well was amazing. Like, he's like, kind of like suggested wee changes, and he's writing suggestions for changes, and he's written them exactly how I would write them, because he's in my head now. It's fucking so weird. It's cool. That's amazing. And
I think that's so interesting. And was there less things to change on the new one? Had you kind of developed so that you were closer to what he thought you would do?
Because working with him on the first book, I learned so much. I came out the process of working with him. I was maybe about 2 months solid just working with him, making it better. So I came out that process a much better writer, and then I was more equipped to do a lot of self-editing with the new book. So when it came around to doing the editing, there wasn't that much to change, you know what I mean? Because I was kind of like, he's in my mindset, and I'm in his. Like,
absolutely.
So I'm reading the stories and going, nah, that's not right. That's similar to a mistake I made in the first one that Robbie changed, so I can change it now, and then that's it. That's brilliant.
And you said, your stories are getting longer. Are you at the point where you're writing a novel yet, or is it?
I've got an idea, and I'm just kind of fleshing it out. I know.
I haven't even published this one, but I am interested mainly because how that relationship will then move into to novel writing, because there's no doubt it is a different thing.
Definitely, I can't wait. I've got it all. I know how the novel starts. I know how it ends. It's just getting the right characters kind of fleshed out, and I can't wait to sit down and write it.
So the characters and the places in both books mainly are local to you, in Glasgow. Was there feedback from people that thought they were in the book?
There was a few family, friends, colleagues.
If you read the stories, you'll know why I'm laughing to have it, because that's interesting. And was there anything like, I can't believe you did that or said that? Because I think they're really honest stories, I mean, I think, I know, having talked to other writers, that certainly the first few books they kind of self-edit and go, oh no, I can't say that, or I can't do that, but I don't think there's that with you at all.
I felt like that a wee bit with the first book. I held back a wee bit with Hings, because I don't know, I was worried that people would think I was dead weird or something with the first book. So Hings is quite weird, right enough. But with this book,
now you go, weird, I don't care.
That's it. With the new book, HWFG, I was just like, do you know what? Everybody knows I'm weird. I know I'm weird. Let's just go for it. And I just didn't hold back, and I just went for it. And I'm a lot happier with how it's done.
Because there's no doubt in HWFG that there's more surrealism, or surrealism's maybe not the right word, but as you say, you've got the moth, and there's other little twists that you go. One of my favourites is the loyalist heavy metal band. Things like that. You go, this is brilliant stuff. Because I think you're saying, I'm worried that people thought it was weird, but I think what it is coming up with things that readers just wouldn't come up with, and they go, oh right, that's what makes an interesting writer.
That's a good point. That's a good way of looking at it.
So your feedback has been good all around the place, and you were saying that it kind of gave you more pressure to kind of do this. So how did you kind of get over that pressure? Did you just have to kind of force yourself down to do it? Or were you getting feedback as you were writing stories?
No, really, no. I've not really let anybody read the new stories apart from, while I was writing it, apart from the editor and the publishers. That was it. That was the only people that read it. So, like, with Hings, like my mum, my girlfriend, and my gran and granda and stuff, they read the kind of first drafts of the stories that were in Hings, but the new one, I was like, no, I just try to do it myself, really.
I think, that's good, because I mean, maybe, someone else might go, oh, I don't think we should have put that in, and it might change their mind a bit.
So it's like there's a wee change in tone for Hings to HWFG. It's a darker book, so I didn't want somebody letting them read by the darker stories and going, oh no, I preferred the kind of more slapstick humour that was in Hings. That would have put me off reading it. And so, but I'm interested to see how it kind of gets received, this new book. I'm looking forward to seeing what people like.
I think you'll be safe on it about that. As I say, Big Angie comes back. Was that to kind of link the two together, or was it just you wanted to write more about her? Or
I just want to write more about her. Aye, she was.
Explain about who she is.
Aye, so
she's a great character.
Aye, so Big Angie, she's in my first book, Hings. She's in a story called Bowls, and so the story Bowls, that was a story that I wrote. I done a creative writing kind of night class over at Glasgow Clyde College at Langside campus, and so that was just like a kind of 12-week long night class. And over that 12 weeks, we were meant to write a short story. So the first kind of 3 or 4 weeks, we were all the planning and stuff. And I had never done all that kind of planning for a short story. So the lecturer, Anne, she was getting us right, I want you to write a kind of a biography of your character and your secondary character. I want to know everything about them. And so the actor doing that, and it just got me right into the mindset of Big Angie, and she just became like a real person almost. Like I know everything about her. It's weird. And when I'm writing her, she's doing things that surprise me. It's weird. Like
that is weird. No, I know exactly. I did a creative writing course, a night course, long time ago now, and that aspect of it is really strange because you have the person turn the corner and a scene happens and you're like, where did that come from? I have no idea.
It's strange. And then because she is so fleshed out, because we've done all that planning beforehand, Bowls just kind of wrote itself. And then it was the same when I wrote the new story of Big Angie Goes to Correct Tower. I just wanted to get back into her and I wanted to see what else I can do with her. So, and then that was another one that just wrote itself because she almost does what she wants, on the paper. It's weird. So she's in the new novel because she's like, I think she's the best character I've came up with, and I'm really proud of her. So I'm going to kind of do more with her
and also see what she does.
See what she does next time.
Because she's bold. You said that you'd looked at a bit like screenwriting and stuff as well when you're doing your course. Is that something that you would be interested in?
Definitely, aye. So I've pitched a kind of adaptation, a Hings, a telly-adaptation of Hings to the BBC. Pitched that a few times. And I can neither confirm nor deny that it's being made. But so I've been just kind of adapting the stories kind of for the telly, just in the off chance it does get made. So and that's been really cool, like rewriting the stories, going back to the stories that I wrote 2 years ago and kind of rewriting it in a different form. It's really
and going back to what you said about writing Big Angie, is that involving backstories and character analysis and all that kind of stuff?
It's good. It's a totally different art form. So it's really, you need to kind of show things rather than you can tell it in a story. You can
absolutely right.
Can do all the exposition in a short story myself. Just this is what's happening, but in a right for the telly, it has to all be done by dialogue and just by showing stuff with the camera. So it's totally different. It forces you to think differently and forces you to write better, which is good.
And I know you can't see whether it's happening or not, but how have you chosen? Is it individual stories or is it how's the format of it?
I'm hoping to do like kind of Twilight Zone kind of style, so like kind of half an hour episodes with three different stories in them.
Brilliant. So, Twilight Zone's perfect. Yeah.
So that's kind of format I've got in my head. It remains to be seen if that's how it's going to go.
See, if only they'd set the Twilight Zone in East End of Glasgow, they're very
Aye.
And I've seen you readings over the years and over the year probably, and performance is a big part of it. Is this something that you are aware of yourself, that you're almost like a natural performer? I think
I love it.
almost like stand-up comedy. I mean, there is that vibe to it. The room really gets into it.
Aye. I love performing. When I started writing it, I don't know, I never even crossed my mind to try and tell stories. I didn't know it was a thing. I had no idea about the kind of spoken word scene in Scotland. I just kind of fell into it and I just loved it. I love performing. It really is great fun.
I mean, it's a really thriving scene for folks who don't know. Every town and city will have some kind of night on. Almost most weekends, definitely.
It's amazing. I've made like mates for life through the kind of spoken word circuit in Scotland. It's brilliant.
Well, that's what you had the one at Martin Garrity's. Night through Falkirk and
Falkirk's thriving.
Absolutely, you get off the train, folks. Don't just stay on and go to Edinburgh. Get off the train at Falkirk. And that night there was Julia Rea, Stephen Watt, who's a fantastic poet, Martin himself, and there was just, it was a great night, and just everyone really different, but everyone really entertaining. And it's the same when I go through to Edinburgh for the festival. I always look out to see who's doing the spoken word things. Jenny Lindsay this year, Alan Bissett in recent years. There's just fantastic people.
Brilliant, I know.
It's not every writer that will be able to do that, and I think increasingly there's a pressure on writers to be able to perform. I think that sometimes that's a bit of a shame if they can't do it, but when you can do it, it's a really good thing.
It's a massive help, aye. I'd recommend it to any writer, at least give it a go, you know what I mean? If you think, I'd be terrible at that, or if you don't think your stories would work, or if you're just stage fright, just give it a go.
I agree, because if your stories work on the page, then they'll work
good chance,
out loud, and you'll get it, whether they're funny or whether they're sad or whatever they are, or weird, folk will get it. And what I think about these things is everyone in the room's on your side. It'd be very rare that you would get someone who would heckle you.
No, I've been doing it. That's been about 18 months or something. I've been doing it for. I've never been heckled, so everybody's dead supportive. It's a cracking scene. So.
And I think it's a good scene in terms of getting feedback from other writers and and things like that, and seeing how other writers do things. I know, having spoken to Martin about that he's definitely felt that's helped his stuff.
Definitely, you can see it with Martin and stuff, his dialogue works really well when he's reading it out, and I think it gives you a better ear for dialogue when you're
I think that's right, you get the voice, and I think if the voice isn't right, then folk will tell straight away, and I think that's what your stories have as well. You absolutely believe these people. In talk of support, as I say, you're published by 404 Inc, and they seem to be an incredibly supportive and hands-on publisher.
They're brilliant. I'm really, really lucky to have such a good publisher behind me.
I think they're very clever, and that makes it sound like they've been deliberately. They have been really good at picking writers and projects and not overburdening. Right, we're going to put 100% support behind these people, behind this book, and make it the best it can be.
I think that's the thing with working with a kind of independent publisher. They're working on one book at a time, so when it's your turn, you're getting 100%. They're only a message away. They're right back with with ideas and stuff and feedback, and that's brilliant. You wouldn't get that kind of hands-on approach with a bigger publisher.
Well, I know even in the small publishers, then there's a temptation to kind of grow. And sometimes grow far too quickly in the time.
There's a few examples of that recently.
But and I think it seems to me that Heather and Laura have learnt their lessons from other people's mistakes, and are doing it in the right way.
They've got their head screwed on, and they know what they're doing.
So what, in terms of you've got the HWFG, now I should say, how did you come up with the title?
That wasn't my idea, that was the publisher's. So it was, my original title for the new book was Repeat Prescription.
Right.
I really liked it. That was the one I was had my heart set on, but we really struggled coming up with a front cover. And
it's a great front cover, and I think what do it again, it's really clever, is there'll be people going, what does that mean? And or they'll know what it means, but they'll think, well, why have I put it? And the front cover looks amazing.
It's amazing. So with Repeat Prescription, when I was calling it that, they were struggling to get the cover right, you know what I mean? Because how do you get the feel of that? And it was too long, and it was a wee bit dour sounding. It sounded like kind of.
And you don't want drugs on this page.
No, it's a bit try hard and a bit. And then I was like, I think because we were struggling to get the cover with that title, it was getting me down, and I was kind of worrying about the book. I felt quite negative about the book because of it. And then just Laura and Heather just phoned me one day, kind of conference call thing. They're like, right, we've got an idea. We think the issue just now why we can't get the cover right is the title. It's too long. It doesn't sound right. It's kind of, even when you say it, it doesn't sound quite right. And I was like, right. So what do we do now? And they're like, we've got an idea. Why don't we call it Here We Fucking Go? Just have the cover, 4 big letters, HWFG. I was like, oh, genius. Wish I'd thought of that. I was like, 100%.
It's perfect because that's what I thought when I was reading it, was Here We Fucking Go again. It's absolutely going back in the house. And that's a great sign of that kind of collaboration, that you won't just say, that'll do. It's like, no, something's not right here. And especially if it's affecting you and the way that you view the book. I mean, it would have been hellish to put something out and go,
I'm not happy with this.
Because if you're not, then that's the thing.
I know.
So what's next then? If you can see that far ahead?
Well, keep going with my screenwriting. Try and get this Hings adaptation. Try and get it made. We're just going to need to make it myself. I think by the looks of it, and then just try and get it on the telly the BBC will say aye eventually. And
You did short films with someone, didn't you?
Made a couple with two guys, Chris and David. So they've kind of created a wee production company called Grave Day Productions, and they make kind of daft sketches and stuff. And then they got in touch with me. They read my book, and they were like, why don't you write a wee kind of short film, write a short story, and we'll adapt it as a film and stuff. So I made a couple with them, and it was good. But I was like, I feel like we can do better. You know what I mean? Like we can push this a wee bit further, and we can. Imagine if we had like, a wee bit of money behind this. Imagine if we pitched it as a telly programme and that. So we'll see what happens. And I think writing for the telly and stuff is what I'd love to do going forward. My ultimate goal would be like to be like a guest writer on like Black Mirror or something like that. So that's my dream. That's my absolute dream.
Or just you make your own Black Mirror. Right?
Aye, that's a good show.
Well, I mean that's. Can't wait to see what you do next, but what I will say is let's not get ahead of ourselves because HWFG is out on
8th of November.
8th of November, and I'm sure you will all get a copy of it. You should do because it's fantastic stories.
Cheers,
and
man.
if you like Hings, you're going to love it, no doubt about it.
Cheers, man.
Well, listen, Chris, thanks for coming along and doing that.
Well, thanks a million, Alistair. Cheers for getting on.
Thanks for the reading at the start as well. What the story was called?
Brexit.
Yeah, of course it was. Of course it was. We could have done a chat about Brexit, but maybe we'll turn this off. So thanks again, and
Cheers, man.
we'll be back soon with someone completely different. Cheers.